Hey, I believe we're back here. Yeah, I think we're back. Hopefully. So sorry about that. I think I had to reset a couple things. Yep, looks like we're back. So hopefully you can share this out and stuff. We've got one last thing to go here on the Mythbusters, which is kind of the pinnacle of what we were after here today. So here it is. Hopefully everyone can still see it and share it. Maybe it'll be good to have it in its own self-contained little package, I suppose. So the backstory on this one was we found out in 2006, 2007, I can't remember exactly which, that Discovery Channel was running a contest to spoof their series, any of their series. And I thought that probably this was designed for me with the spoof and the satire, as well as Bryant and Ames and the kids that we had in the group at that time, Britt King, Oliver Ryan, now a foot surgeon, a little bit different role. You're going to see him here. But we had some really good humor in the group. And, the idea was, all right, what series are we going to spoof? And Mythbusters was huge at that time on the Discovery Channel. So we thought we'd go with that, but knew that everyone out there would probably be spoofing the characters themselves of Mythbusters with the beards and the look and the way they did it, and didn't want to go there at all. So I came up with the idea of taking the most obvious myth that you could come up with and then going and spoofing the Mythbusters process about how everything is above and over the top and just ridiculous to the nth degree, and came up with this concept. Looking back at this, cannot believe, I haven't seen it in 12 years. I watched it for this, and how it stands to time, at least in my opinion. The stuff that we did here and the humor and the way that Bryant and Ames worked together and the kids, it's just something magic here. And I guess I didn't realize that as much. Looking back at it though, holy smoke. So Mythbusters 2006 was aired on the Discovery Channel. Won the contest, was aired on the Discovery Channel, won us a student Emmy, got us a trip to New York City. We spent a couple days in Manhattan. So really special memories here. Mythbusters.
Remember, we have no experience at this whatsoever.
So, feel free to try this at home.
On this episode, a myth you've heard 1,000 times, but is water really wet? Will the Mythbusters prove this one or get all wet trying? We'll find out on this special episode of Mythbusters.
I think you're wrong.
Who are the Mythbusters? Andy Bryant and Chris Ames. Between them, less than 30 seconds of special effects experience. They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
That sounds like an elephant shot.
We've all heard this since we were little, but is it true? And where did a myth like this come from? The Mythbusters decide to put the water under the bridge and get to the bottom of this myth.
This myth has some strange history. Dates back to 1400 BC, China. There's an emperor walking, celebrating the passing of the comet Hale-Bopp, falls into a mud puddle, looks at himself and says, "I'm wet." So, that's where this myth came from.
Water is wet. I'm pretty excited about this myth.
I'm not convinced though.
It's an oldie but a goodie, and I'm excited to test.
How are we gonna test this though? We don't know if it's true. It's
Do you guys think this is something that we can test or not?
Oh yeah.
I don't see why not.
That's pretty stupid.
You guys better think that because we're in charge. We pay you, so
All right.
you'll think whatever we tell you to think.
What kind of methodology here can we use to get a big volume of water down? Big bucket.
Big bucket's good.
Big bucket.
Big bucket's good.
I like the whole idea of the big bucket.
Big bucket and gravity, I think, working together would be a
There it is. Volumes of water
awesome test.
equals big bucket.
So the plan seems simple enough. The Mythbusters will build a rig to hold a large volume of water and then dump it on Chris to see if he gets wet. So Andy, with the help of his myth turn extraordinaires Casey Smith and Annie Bricker, start construction, while Chris and McNasty myth turn Oliver Ryan rig the rigging. With this crack team, a half a day and a couple of 2x4s and voila, a custom dunk rig. With the rig finished, the team prepares for a dry run.
We come out of that thing, but I'm a little concerned on where we should put our kiddie pool of danger here.
We got to test that before we're in water.
Yeah, I want to run a test. Unfortunately, Nippy, our
Where is Nip?
stand-in is actually he's being used somewhere else right now.
Face down in blue goo, Nippy is busy making the mold for the ballistics gel.
Other skeleton, we'll do it. We'll kind of
Bring that in.
give us an idea where these are going to drop, and we won't.
You don't know what's the gravity coming here versus
Yeah,
somewhere
that's
else.
what I'm worried about too. I'm worried about the Coriolis effect. We got a lot of gravity working there. There's a lot of distance.
See, Newton's all over you on that one.
Yeah, I'm a little. I don't want it to
gonna
curve.
drop and that's
We
gonna-
curve. Okay. Dumping. In 3, 2, 1. Clear. Yeah, I got the spot right there. That's it. Mark the bottom of that boat.
Happy with the functionality of their test, Andy prepares his contraption for the real thing.
That's a lot of water. Kind of cold too. Give me a towel. Got my hand wet there.
With the rig now set, Chris makes a profound hypothesis as to the outcome of this first test.
We're going to have to see what the velocity of the water coming down is, if it actually beads up on the skin. We can actually have some kind of moisture contact with the skin.
We're soaking in 3, 2, 1. What's it feel like?
I got some moisture. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. What is this? Is it soaking in at all?
You know what? I can't.
Look at that. How much oxygen is in
What do you think? Yeah, we got something.
Definitely, it's cooling up, but
I don't know. What is it? Is it in?
yeah, man, I don't know. That's cool. That's the standard.
The guys become concerned that the outcomes of test 1 were skewed because of Chris's male gender.
Test was done on a male, a very small male, I might add. We are a little worried about the fact that there are some hairs on his body, and that might, kind of contaminate the test with the moisture. So we're going to do a second test here, and we're going to do it with the female and see what kind of results we get.
For their female, the Mythbusters coerce a now not so pleased researcher, Michelle Deming.
Well, are you wet?
What do you think?
Still unclear, they try tall people, short people, young people, old people, even dogs. But were the results actually from the water, or were they a mix of the water, oxygen, CO2, nitrogen, hair interactions that occurred in test 1? So Mythbusters decide to run a test to get unobscured, contained water to the skin and eliminate the potential impurities of test 1. So they devise a simple plan. Fill water balloons and throw them at an object and see if it gets wet.
Oh, okay. Get up there and measure right by.
What's the object? Remember Myth Turn Oliver?
Let's do right. How's this look? Is this good?
We're in the range.
Okay, I'm good here.
Okay, good. We're in the range.
What do we got?
Got it.
10?
Good.
All right.
Okay, now.
You understand what's going to happen here?
What we want is you have to basically absorb all of these water balloons coming at you. We want to really test if you can get wet. So you're going to have to stand still and absorb everybody's water balloons as they're throwing them at you, okay? And don't move from the spot, all right? Don't move from the spot. That'll screw up all of our data, okay?
No helmet at this point? We're using the helmet?
Yeah, helmet will be on
Okay.
just in case some of these guys are real good and they get you in the face. But
Try not to crouch.
Yep. Absorb all of the blows, okay? You got it?
Got it.
Are you set to go?
This will be fun. You're going to enjoy it.
You'll love it. I would do it, but I have to throw. So.
All right. And I'm just going to watch and laugh at you, so it'll be good too.
3, 2, 1, we're gonna fire. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fire! That's good. All right, cease fire. That's good. Okay. All right. All right.
I think that worked out.
How's it feel?
I feel moisture. What do we
Feel
got?
moisture?
I don't know if
It's
it's
water,
Is
though.
this moist or is it more damp? What do you think?
Would you call it wet?
I don't know if it's just a reaction from the rubber on my skin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
he
that's,
does.
see, that's what we were talking about.
Right there.
Look at this. He's got
Pull that.
That could have caused it.
Hang on to that.
Yeah,
Hang
he's
on to
got
that.
some of
Let's
this
take
stuff all over. What
Yeah,
the?
I don't think that's.
But look
I
at
don't think
this. I
that's
mean,
wet.
he's also got.
We're gonna
some
have
of
to
this
take that
stuff
to the
coming
lab.
Yeah,
out.
but how much of that is him and how much is that actual water? We don't know.
True. That's true. What does it feel like? I mean, is it soaking through? Is it?
It's kind of a sticky moisture, you know?
Yeah, but it doesn't really feel like water, does it?
Still,
See, I
I'm
don't
still
know.
concerned about the rubber, the interaction with the rubber and the water. You know, I mean, we
I
got
think
to
we got to do something else after that. That's not going to be enough.
After recapping test 1 and 2, the Mythbusters make a plan to bust this myth.
You know, we had the whole male-female thing with the water and
That
the water
helped.
balloon.
That helped. This is good.
It was
These are
contained,
good.
but interacted with the rubber. I think we need to look at everything. The myth is liquid
water wet?
liquid water wet.
So you're saying not just
But I
one
think
form of water.
we have to test the whole gamut. I think we have to go with every. You guys agree with that? We have to go with the whole thing.
So let's get back to our original plan here. We've done this. What else is left?
I think we need to cover the gaseous phase, steam,
Okay.
and the solid phase,
All right.
ice.
So why don't we take Team A here is going to take steam,
You be the steam team.
and we're steam team.
We'll be the icemen.
Okay, rock on.
All right.
So the steam team devises a machine to surround Andy in steam. They will boil water, channel it into a box, and then fire it at an innocent Andy across the room. Mid-turns, Andy and Casey help Chris build their steam shooter.
Here, all right. I think this is good, guys. Let's test this out. Let's try it on the table here. Andy, why don't you go over there? All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah! I'm liking that.
After christening it the Mythomatic, Chris gets Andy and puts him in the crosshairs.
Am I okay right here? I'm not going to get knocked over, right?
No, I think.
How fast is this coming out?
I think you'd be right. Well, we're gonna find out what the velocity is.
All right. Well, let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Fire!
I thought that was a very intense test, but I'm still a little unclear. I feel cold. It was cold on me, but I think maybe it was going such. The Mythomatic was such is finely built that it went right through me. I think that I didn't actually stick. So a little cold, but I don't know if we're damp yet.
With steam tested, it's back to the shop to build the test for solid water. The guys plan on building a cannon that shoots bullets of ice to see if they get their target wet. So what's the target? Well, ballistic gel, of course. What else would you expect from the Mythbusters? Andy starts construction of his ice shooter, and a bruised but now dry Myth-turn sets the trigger behind a bunker for safe operation.
Okay. Think it's ready?
Let's start hunting.
Let's start shooting. So find some things to shoot at, huh? We're gonna do a test to see where we're shooting with an apple. Ramrod. Oh, that sounded great, didn't it?
Now you know what separates a Mythbuster from a Myth-turn.
2, 1.
We're gonna do one more test before we get the ballistics gel out. We're gonna try it with solid ice, with the wood and the target, make sure we're still on, and then we'll get the ballistics gel out.
After putting the ice bullet right in the 10 ring, Andy and Oliver prepare the ballistics gel head of test dummy Nippy's face.
String cheese, anybody? String cheese. String cheese. We have it. It's 9 pounds, 3 ounces. I think it's a boy. I don't know.
After getting in position, Nippy's time has come.
3, 2, 1. Fire! Oh yeah! Oh, look at that!
That was unreal.
Andy makes sure to do a thorough search of his ballistic gel to test for moisture and any sign of wetness.
Wow. I want it to go right through that gel.
That is McNasty.
I want it to go right through the gel.
So in true Mythbusters form, Andy fires anything he can find at the gel. A golf ball, a block of wood, even a plastic flower.
Okay, we fired everything at that ballistics gel, and we're not getting it to go through, so I'm not going to let the ballistics gel get the best of me, so now we're firing solid steel at the face. We're going to see if we can get through it.
3, 2, 1.
Where'd he go?
You made the best gel. Are you serious?
I said no. It said get out.
What happened?
It bounced off.
No!
It's gotta be sharp.
Where did it hit? Oh my gosh.
Watch the tape when you're trying to draw the
Look at that. I think it went right into her. I think she's gonna need some dental work, but I think Gel 1, Mythbusters 0, I think.
I think that's it. Look at that thing.
I can't get through
Not
it.
even that bad.
It's back to the drawing board to see what is next to finally put the lid on this liquid myth.
Yeah, what do you think?
Steam team was good. It was a good test, but that's only one form. I don't know if that really is conclusive.
I think your gun was actually too good.
I've not heard that very often.
Went right through. Yeah, you don't get that compliment very often.
No, that's good. Thank you.
The ice blaster, very cool. I think it had some power, but still, I think we're inconclusive.
We need
I think we need to
one
go
more
to
test.
the meat of this
What do you think?
whole thing. I think we need to go to the full submergence.
Full submergence.
Full submergence, yes.
Let's do it.
I think so.
For full submergence, the plan is simple but should be effective. Hoist Andy above a large body of water and have him jump in. The Mythbusters arrive ready to set up this test of unprecedented proportions. Myth-turned spectators and safety personnel gather all curious to see what the end results will be.
All right, we are now in the phase of the submergence test, and what we're going to do first is we're going to put Nippy through the courses, make sure we're all set with our rigging, and then I'm going to do it for the final test, the submergence test. And we're also going to do a little side test on temperature, which I'm a little concerned about, but anything in the name of science. We'll figure this out. Oh, geez, sorry.
So Andy, Chris, and the crew get into their positions.
All right, Chris, we're going full submergence. Full submergence. Is this good height, you think?
Full submergence, right.
All right, this is test one. We're moments away from Nippy taking the plunge to see if we can submerge her, see if water's wet. So, are we ready? Ready. We ready here? Are we clear? Okay, submerging in 3, 2, 1.
With test dummy Nippy's test a success, there was only one thing left to do. Take it off, Andy.
All right, that's enough.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Full submersion. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Woo! All right. Are you wet? Is it wet? I think it's wet. Are you wet? I'm okay. I'm okay. One more time. Let's do it again. Who's got the singles? I didn't bring any singles with me.
I think it's wet. I definitely think it's wet.
You got,
I definitely 100% say it's wet.
so did you get fully submerged though?
I would have to say full submersion and 100% confirmed wet.
Wet
And cold.
We're going for wet and cold.
Wet and cold.
Well, you notice there's no leaves on the
Water,
trees here.
water
It's,
is not only wet, it is cold.
So that's the end of the test. Where we stand?
Well, I would have to say with the gaseous water, with the steam and the steam gun, I would have to say that I'm not 100% confirmed on that
Steam?
one. I think it's still plausible.
Steam?
We'd have to do some more,
Plausible.
more tests on
Got it.
that one.
Okay.
The solid water, the ice, with the ice shooter. It's
good ice
Very,
shooter.
very sweet. You did a nice
Worked
job
well.
of ramrodding. I've heard
My personal
good
favorite.
skill at that.
Rod ram.
I would have to say I'm not confirmed on that one either, but I am confirmed on the fact that this ballistic gel is indestructible.
Oh,
And McNasty.
Yes, it's nasty. And then
What do we
with
say?
the liquid water, the true myth, liquid water, is it
Is
wet?
it wet?
After the full submersion, I would have to agree that
we're gonna go with
we
yes.
have confirmed water.
Water is wet.
Agree with
Water
that.
is wet.
And
Confirmed.
quite cold, I might add.
Water's wet.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Nice.
Next time on Mythbusters.
So the myth we're testing today is a frog's water type?
I believe the correct term is cloaca. Not.
I can't use.
Is not good.
but I like
Well, it's a kid show. We'll use cloaca instead.
cloaca instead of.
Yeah, I gotta work with it. I don't really want to test it.
That's true. I am.
How will the guys tackle this very tight myth?
All right, let's do it. Whoa!
And just how much stuff can they break trying? You'll have to tune in next week to find out.
And you're a very large cloaca.
Wow.
Let's all discover why no myth is too stupid. An all-new Mythbusters coming soon.
Soaking in 3, 2, 1.